Hello Prep3. Our video today is about the first lesson in the first chapter in our program visualbasic.net. It's about the data types. Actually, it's about writing the code. We will learn how to write the code. But before we will learn how to write the code, we have to learn to how to differentiate between the data types, because the data types is a part of writing our code. The previously term, we learned how to design the program interface or the form. We learned how to add label, how to add textbooks, how to add radio button, and so on. We learn how to design this form. Now, the user will use this form to enter his data. Here, for example, in this textbooks, he will use it for writing his name. And here he will write the date of the birthday, and here he will choose the gender and so on. As you see, we have different type of data here. Here he will enter his name as a letters, and here he will enter the date, and here he will choose the gender, male or female. So we have different types of data. Let's try to know or differentiate between them. We have actually three types of data. We have three types of data. We have numerical data type and character data type and miscellaneous data type. The numerical data type is divided into integral numerical type and non-integral numerical type. The integral numeric one is divided into byte, long, integer, and short. And the non-integral one is divided into double, single, decimal. So this refers to the numbers. And here the character one. The character data types refers to the letters, like the name of the user. When the user enters his name, this data type is called character. And this character is divided into string and char. What the difference between string and char? The string one refers to a group of letters. Like my name. My name is a group of letters. But the char refers to one letter only. And this one, we use it when we determine the password char, because the computer will deal with it letter by letter. So it will be char, refers to one letter only. What about the miscellaneous data types? What do you think about the date here? The date here, can we consider it as a character or letters? Of course, no. Can we consider it as a number? Of course, no. So this different type, the third type we have is called miscellaneous data type, because these are data that don't fall under the numeric or the character types. We cannot consider it as a character, and we cannot consider it as a numerical. So we have three types of miscellaneous. It's object, date, boolean. The date, we see the date, how to write it. But what is the boolean one? The boolean refers to any question has two solutions, yes or no, like male or female. Anything has yes or no, anything the user will choose only one choice, this is considered as boolean 1. So we have three kinds of data type. Actually, each classification of this data type has more than one type, because we have character, string, and char. We have miscellaneous, date, object, boolean, and so on. Okay? Each data type occupies a storage space, a particular or special storage space in the computer memory. For example, the data type integer occupies 4 bytes. Each one occupies a special storage space in the computer memory. It's different from each other. Also, each data type has a range. What does it mean, range? It means minimum and maximum value. So if we are talking about the byte as a data type, it starts from 0 and ends with 255. So this range for the byte from 0 until 255. So each classification of each data type has more than one type. Each data type occupies a space in the memory different from each other. Each data type has a range of value, has a range maximum and minimum and maximum value. Okay, let's go to this graph to see. We have three kinds of data type. We have numerical, character, miscellaneous. The numerical one is divided into integral and non-integral one. The integral one has 4 types: long, byte, integer, and short. Long, byte, integer, and short. The non-integral one has 3 kinds: double, single, decimal. The character one, as we said, we have 2 kinds. Char, it refers to one character, and string, it refers to more than one or a group of characters. The miscellaneous one, that we cannot consider it as a numerical one or character one, so it's miscellaneous. It contains date, object, and boolean, and we said that boolean, anything has true or false, anything has 2 solutions, true or false. As we see and as we said, each one has occupies a particular space in the computer memory. If we said about single, it occupies 4 bytes in the computer memory. Double occupies 8 bytes in the computer memory, and decimal occupies 16 bytes in the computer memory. And each one has a range. Look at single, it's 7 digit, and double 15 digit, and decimal 29 digit. So we have 3 kinds of data type. Actually, we not use this word in the code. When we write the code, we use the classification of each one. We use single, byte, string. We not use character, miscellaneous, numerical. We not use this one. We use the classification of each. So we have 3 kinds of data type, and each one has a classification of data types. Each data type occupies a storage space in the computer memory, and each one has a range from starts from minimum value and ends with maximum value. Okay, let's start our lesson today. It's about how to write the code. We're gonna start to write the code, but before that we have to differentiate between variable and constant. What does it mean, variables, and what does it mean, constant? Let me explain the difference between them in a simple way. If I want to design a program for calculating the circumference of the circle. The law of the circumference of the circle is C equal to by R. So C equal to times by times R. I have here two things. I have by and R. What do you think about by? The by will change during the program or it will be fixed. The value of by, we know that by equal 22/7 or 3.14, and it doesn't change. It doesn't change during the program. I cannot use it by this value and change it when I use the law another time. I cannot make it. But the R can be changed. The R can be changed. So I have two things. I have by, it cannot be changed, and fixed value, it has a fixed value and cannot be changed, and R will change according the changing of the circle. I have a circle with 3 radius centimeter. I have a circle with 5 radius centimeter, and so on. So this is simply the difference between constant and the variable. The constant, something will not change during executing the program. Something will remain fixed during using the program. But the variable, something will be changed. Something will be changed during the program, so I called it variable. Here we have the definition of variable. The variable are reserved place in the computer memory RAM to store value temporarily. So the variable are reserved place in the computer memory. Concentrate here, because the variable and constant are the same in this line of definition. The same of this line of definition. They are reserved place in the computer memory. But the variable, this value change during the running the program. This value will be changed during the running of the program. Each variable has a name and data type, and also constant has a name and data type, as we will see. The data types are created by declaring variable, then assign value to them depending on their data type. We will see what does it mean. What does this phrase mean? Declaration of variable. What does it mean of declaration? Declaration of variable that give the variable a name and data type. Determine the name of the variable and determine a data type of it. Tell the computer that I have a variable. I have something will be changed during the program. I have something will be changed during the program. I give it a name and I give it a data type, and I can give it initial value, as we will see. We use the word dem for declaring the variable. We use the word dem. It's a reserved word in the program to declare the variable, or to tell the computer that I have a variable here, its name is whatever and its type as I will choose, and I can give it, and concentrate here, I can give it initial value. That means it's optional one. I can give it initial value or I can not. What does it mean? We said about the variable that it will be changed. So if I give it initial value like Ahmed, that means I will start with Ahmed, but it will change during the program. It will change to be Ali, to be Muhammad, to be Khalid, as I will use the program. So the initial value in declaring the variable is optional. I can put it in the code or I cannot. So declaring variable means writing the code of the variable, means give the variable a name and type. And we started by them, and then the variable name and the word as, and then the data type, and we can put initial value or not. Let's have an example. Here we write them s_name as string equal Ahmed. I want to declare or tell the computer that I have a variable here, so I have to start with the word them and then give the variable name. It's s_name, and we will discuss how to choose the name of the variable because it has some rules. As we know that the word Ahmed is a character name. The character name divided into string and char, as we said. String here is a group of letters, as Ahmed is a group of letters. So I have to choose string for the word Ahmed. And as we see, we put Ahmed between quotation because the string, if I determine the string type, I have to put it between quotation. Let's go to another example. Look at this one. Them f_name as string. Here we have no initial value, and this optional. I can put it, I cannot. I can use it or not. So them, this is the word for declaration or for telling the computer that I will give you a variable, something will change during the program. Its name is f_name as its type is string. What this code means? This code, the declaration of the variable name as f_name in the memory, its type is string. Another example, them total_price as single. Let's explain what does it mean, what this code means. The declaration of the variable, its name is total_price, and its type is single. Its name is total_price and its type is single. Let's go to the last example. Them today as date equal hash 125,211. We use the word them to declare a variable, so the declaration of the variable with the type. What the type here? The type after the word as, it's date. The type after the word as, it's date. So the declaration of the variable with the type date. Name as, what the name here? It's the word today in the memory. And initial value, what the initial value after the sign equal? The initial value is 2011. As we see, we have to put the date between hashes. We have to put the date between hashes, as we have to put the string or the name or the word between quotation. So we have to put the string or the name between quotation, and we have to put the date between hashes. Okay. What about the constants? The constants, we said that they are the same in the variable as they are places reserved in the RAM. Both constant and variable are places reserved in the RAM. It has a data types. You should be declaring the constant and assign value of them. We set in variable, it's optional. The initial value, you can put it or not. But here in the constant, you have to assign a value of the constant. You have to give it a value. Like by in the circumference of the circle. By, I cannot declare it. I cannot tell the computer that I have a constant is called by without a value, because this will be a fixed one. It will not be changed during the program, but it will be a fixed one. So I have to assign a value for the constant. These values are fixed and cannot be changed during the program execution. Declaration constants means give the constant a name and a data type. Declaration constants mean determine the name of the constant and determine a data type and determine a value for this constant. We use the word const as a keyword to declare constant. Const and then the constant name and the word as and then the data type of the constant, then equal value. And as we see, value here is not optional. You have to put it in the constant. You have to declare it in the constant one. Let's have an example. Const C underscore name as string equal جمهورية مصر العربية. Here I said this is a constant because I started with a const. Something will not be changed during the program. Its name is C underscore name, as its type is a string. String means a group of letters, and we said if we declare a string type, we have to put it between quotation. جمهورية مصر العربية. It will be a constant string name on the form. What does it mean? The constant C name was declared of the data type. What the data type here after the word as string, and what's the value after the sign equal? It's جمهورية مصر العربية. And what's its name? It's C underscore name. In this example, const by as single equal 22/7. That's what I told you about. I want to declare or tell the computer that I have something will not be changed. I have a value will not be changed during the program. Its name is by and its value is single, and I give it the value 22/7, or I can write it 3.14 by a decimal data type. If I want to explain this code or give the meaning of this code, I write the constant by was declared. Its name is by and its type is single and its value is 22/7 or 3.14. It's assigned during the declaration. The last example we have const birthday date as date equal #1/25/2011 hash. The constant, what its name here? Its name is birthday. Was declared in the memory. What's the data type of this constant? It's after the word as. We have the data type date. And what's the value? The value, what's written after the equal sign. I write this date 1/25/2011. As we see that we have some notes. We have the double quotes or the quotation if we assign a variable or a constant of a string value. if I write it variable or constant and a string value, I have to put it between quotation. If I write a date type, sorry, I have to put it between hashes. As we said, we have a naming rule of variable and constant. When I choose the name of the variable or constant, I have some rules. Or it will be a wrong name. You have to follow these rules to have a correct name of variable or constant. When we use when you choose the name of the variable or constant, it must begin with a letter or underscore. It must begin with a letter. You cannot start the variable or the constant name by a number. It can contain a number during, but not in the start of the name. I can write Ahmed 32, but I cannot write 3 Ahmed or 32 Ahmed. It can be contain a number, but don't start with a number ever. Number 2, variable or constant name shouldn't contain symbols or special character. You cannot use the question mark, for example. You cannot use the star. You cannot use the power sign. You cannot use minus, plus, and so on. You cannot use symbol during using or choosing the variable or the constant name. Number 3, variable or constant name consists of letters, numbers, and underscore. Actually, you cannot use a space. You can use the underscore instead of the space. Number 4, don't use reserved words in Visual Basic Latin language keywords such as single, them, constant, as, const, name. Don't use a reserved word in the Visual Basic.net. Let's go to some questions. About one of the advantages of Visual Basic.net is dealing with different type of data. It's a true statement, because one of the advantages of the Visual Basic.net is dealing with different types of data, because our program can deal with different type of data, so it's true. One of disadvantage of Visual Basic.net is dealing with different type of data. For sure, it's not of the disadvantage. Some of the advantage of the program is dealing with different type of data. All the data entered into the Visual Basic.net program language are stored temporarily in the computer memory. This is true, because we can use it during the program executing only. All types of data saved in the memory occupy the same storage space. Of course not. We said it occupies a different storage space for each other, so it's wrong one. A good programmer is the one who improves the rationalization of the storage space in the computer memory. This one is true, of course. The value of the student's total grades is classified within the integer data type. Actually, the total grades is an integer one. It cannot be a non-integer one, as you know. The value of the student's name is classified in miscellaneous data type. We said that the student name is a group of letters, and the letters is classified as character, not miscellaneous, as we said. so this one is wrong. Instead of miscellaneous, we can put character, because the student name or any name actually it considered as a character data type. The value of the student gender, male or female, is classified within the miscellaneous data type Boolean. We said that Boolean refers to any choose. We have yes or no choice. Yes or no solution, it refers to miscellaneous Boolean that's true when we use or when we choose between male or female. Image of student can be classified within the character data type. No, the character means string or char. String refers to a group of letters, or char one letter. The value of the employee's salary can be classified within non-integer numerical data type. This is true, because it can be a numerical one, a non-integer one. For example, we're going to start number 11. The computer memory occupies a particular storage space and a particular range of the value according to its data type. It's for sure true, because we said each data type occupies a particular storage space different from each other and a particular range different from the others. This is true. The data elements identify the storage space it occupies in a computer memory and knowing the minimum and the maximum for its value. The data elements identify the storage space it occupies the computer memory and its knowing the memory in the memory as a minimum and maximum value. This is true. The term variable in Visual Basic.NET means stores in the computer memory which has time and name. Yes, for sure, we said the variable has a type and has a name. Declaring the variable in Visual Basic.NET means determining its name and data type. It's true. Determining the name and the data type of the variable in Visual Basic.NET, it's given this variable a name and data type. The declaration of variable in language Visual Basic.NET helps rationalize the use of the computer memory. This is true. Declaration the variable is a matter of formality, because Visual Basic.NET recognize the variable and determine the type automatically. If I determine the type of the variable, the computer will recognize on this variable if the user enter it. So we have a condition here of the user will enter it or not. The following statement, dim f_name as a string, is to declare the name of the variable string and the data type f_name. What is the name of this variable? It's f_name, not string. The string is the data type. If we switch these two words, it will be true, but now it will be wrong. Here's the correction of this statement. The following data elements, dim f_name as string, is to declare the name of the variable f_name and data type string. This is the correct one. The declaration statement for the variable is determined by the variable name and type at the same question up. The declaration statement for the variable is determined by name, type, and fixed value. The variable has a fixed value. Fixed, that means will not be changed. This is absolutely wrong. 55 city, variable name is considered a wrong variable name because it begins with a number. We said when we are talking about the variable and the constant name rules that we have to start it with a letter. We cannot start it with a number, so this one is wrong because it starts with a number. This is true. Let's finish our lesson today, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you.